Hey Mauro,
Ramon,
welcome back.
Ramon,
Hello, my
Ramon,
dear.
what a
Hello.
pleasure to be here.
Nice to have you back
Absolutely.
in our
Oh,
office.
yes. I remember 2 years of work with Eric.
4 years,
Four
actually.
years,
4 years.
4 years
You have been here the
from the
first time.
first time.
Yeah.
4 years. The office of Eric
Yeah, with the table where
and
you have the interviews.
and your
My office is over here. This is what I wanted to show you. That's why we are here now. Enter to my little kingdom.
to buy to your kingdom. Yes.
That's how my job with Eric started in 2004, so 21 years ago. We have uncountable pages of articles, of writings, of correspondence with Eric
Okay.
and other researchers, and we had to digitalize this for a
Okay.
future generation, that everything is digital.
I understand.
So that's how I started. We have about 200,000 pictures in our archive from all Eric's travel. We have photograph positives and here the documents. So that's, so to say, the core of our office.
Okay.
That's like the generation legacy from Eric,
Yes.
which I try to
Because
protect.
it is 90 years old, and so
Yeah.
and so it's naturally he wishes to rest, I think.
Yes, sure, but the people must know that it will not stop.
No,
He
okay.
was just the beginning, and what we have here is just the beginning of a huge legacy of
Yes.
a huge research project with many scientists like you are. We as A.A.S, like our research organization with our
Okay.
magazine, we have our magazine every 2 months, and we inform the people about the newest news about our topic
Yes.
in that. So we have a huge collective, we have a huge network which will bring this legacy of Eric to the future.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I was first digitalizer, then I was a
Yes.
secretary, and then I became more and more kind of manager for Eric
Okay.
in the last 10 years. And now, since he said, okay, it's enough, I want to relax and retire.
And you now
Since then,
continues with the travel all around the world
since
with
then,
groups
exactly, yeah. Since then, I took it over more and
to
more.
visit archaeological sites and so on,
Exactly, yeah. So it will go further.
and to explain to the public.
Exactly. Not only it's what you are talking about, this the travels. You know that
Yeah.
we lead groups to these places where we have written about, or where the most interesting Mysteries are.
Yes.
So I have now a group of over 20 people booked already
Okay.
for November to go with me to Egypt,
Egypt,
and next year to
of
South
course.
America, and then maybe next year to Sardinia.
Okay.
You gave me so many interesting information. You
And
guys must see this documentary about Sardinia. Very newest information. So I'm really looking forward to go to Sardinia with the
okay.
knowledge of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here with Ramon,
Thank you very much.
who is the manager of Erich von Däniken. And so we can talk about your adventure, for example, with him, about your travel, about your project.
Okay.
Because I know that you have many projects that will carry you all around the world.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe let's start with your project, what you have with Eric. And from my side, I'm very happy to welcome you here in Interlaken on the Beatenberg in Switzerland, and that you has had the possibility to see Eric and to present your wonderful book. because I think it's so important that finally we have the proof that these texts, which Erich says, since 60 years he said, this cannot be God. And now Mauro Biglino comes and proves that this is nothing spiritual, this is nothing esoteric, but flesh and blood beings. And this is, so to say, like a birthday gift for Erich to his 90th birthday, that somebody comes and can really scientifically prove that he was always right. And that's, I want to thank you for this great work you did in the last years. And yeah, just want to express that I'm extremely happy.
But what's important, in my opinion, as a translator, is to pay respect to the ancient authors. And so it's important to pretend that what they wrote could be true, because we need always to be humble when we speak about ancient books. But what's important is that my method meets perfectly with method of Erich, who traveled all around the world, visiting sites, speaking with people, local people, speaking about ancient lores, about the so-called myths, but we know that there maybe were not myths but real history. And the two methods, so different, carry us to the same conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is very important, and I think that this can helps the people to understand the real history of humankind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always what Erich and we always say, that the very first people that learned to write, and also it is written that the gods from the firmament teach humans to talk and to write, give
Yes.
names to everything. And the very first ones who were able to write, they did not invent science fiction stories. They were recording what the reality, what is happening at the moment. And if they did not understand something coming down, which they could not compare to nature, to natural things,
Yes.
so they had no words for it, so they had to describe it. That's what we can say now, that they were really true documenters and
Yes.
not science fiction writers.
Because they were absolutely precise when registering the translation, the commerce between us, between each other, and so we. I think it's reasonable to assume that they were precise also when described, for example, machines, technical tools,
Absolutely.
flying objects. And I think we have to have an open mind and accept these tales, these narratives, because if we accept these narratives and we told the word of the ancient authors for what they are, we understand the real history of humankind. And I read, of course, the books of Erich, and Erich describes all the laws he heard from the people all around the world, and all the lords narrated the same history.
Exactly. Yes, because I think it's not the matter of maybe not, or let's say it in the other way. I believe that they were always the same gods, but from a different cultural understanding, interpreted in a different
Yes.
cultural understanding. So I I speculate, or I come more and more to the conclusion that the gods, like the family of the gods, like Zeus is the same like Odin, like Quetzalcoatl
Yes.
in Central America,
Yes.
like other gods all around the world. But when they came down from their mother spaceship in the orbit, it doesn't matter where you go down on Earth. You can
Yes.
go
Yes.
everywhere, but the people who are already there, they have civilizated them much longer before, and we don't know how many times they have arrived since human existence.
Yes.
And what they did as modulation in our genetic codes and stuff. And later on, when the first human had a kind of civilization, when they came down again, it's for me it's logic that a Maya person does interpret it different to a Celt, like in England or in Mesopotamia. So I believe that more or less these are always the same astronaut gods, but with another name, with another cultural
Yes,
background.
because they had different languages. You quoted Mothercraft,
Mother spaceship.
Mother Spaceship. And I remember that I read in the book of Eric that when the ancient authors spoke about the even, actually they spoke about the mothership, mothercraft or spacecraft, which was in the even, and from which they descended on the earth to give the civilization to humankind, and to whom they taught to read, to writing, to breeding, to farming, to living in organized society,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
so on. And this is present all around the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we are many documents, we are many testimony. I don't know if in English is.
Sorry, that
We have. We have many testimonianze.
writings, yeah, scripting,
Inscriptions, maybe.
inscriptions, yeah.
We are many.
We have.
We have. We have many inscriptions. We have sculptures. We have imagine that represent these beings that the primitive humankind transformed in gods. But they were being in flesh and blood.
Yeah, it's only the difference about the technology. You know, if we would see something, a technology which is in front, let's say, 100 years from our today's status quo, if we would see something like that, even if it's only technology, we would think it's magic. It
Oh,
would be
yes.
magic. And this must be for people who live in nature and primitive societies.
Yes.
If something like this happens, this is an impact on the society. This is a
Yes.
big happening, and that's why the writers they wanted to fix that. They wanted to write it down that it because it was so important.
With the words that they had at their disposition.
Exactly. Yeah.
That with words that were available at that time. We now are able to understand what they couldn't understand, of course. And so it's important what Erich and I wrote in this book, because the two approach to the ancient civilization, humankind civilization, carried us to the same conclusion. So, an encounter with an higher civilization who had more knowledge, more technology, and they gave these knowledges, these technologies to humankind, of course, in order to, in my opinion, in order to forge a civilization able to understand and to execute orders. So we were created just like them, but for serve them, for work for them.
Okay, but if isn't it like that I believe, or in our research, what Erich did and what I am continuing as well now after 20 years working with him, I think there are some differences between the gods. So to say that when we look to the Hopi in North America, to the Kachina, they were always helpful teachers. You know, we were not like slaves for these kind of beings. And also, when you look at these traditions in the Bible with Enoch, what happened to Enoch, that the 200 fallen angel make a mutiny against the highest commander, because the highest commander, the highest law was not to get in contact too much with the people down on earth, just to teach them, but not to go in relation with them and having children with these beautiful girls on the world. And from that point on, we know from Enoch's book that this highest commander refused to take them back on his mother's spaceship. So they have to stay here on the earth. And afterwards, they tried to clean everything with the Great Flood. And but some of them survived, and I think then the fallen angel who has had to stay here, that they they cut it, or they made their territories. That's my territory. These are my people. They must serve me and stay on your side. So that they
divide. They fight between each other in order to conquer other people, other lands to rule over.
And I think that's the people, or these gods who treated us like slaves. Later on, but I don't think that it was the original purpose.
So we had two kind of civilizators. Teachers and colonizers.
Okay.
The first one were on the earth to teach to humankind, and the other to consider the humankind just like slaves.
So do you agree?
The Bible speaks about one of them, Yahweh, who wanted the slaves, who wanted people who worked for him, and he was very hard with them, and he killed them if
Like a
he-
dictator, so to say.
like a dictator, They had to execute order without discussion,
Yeah. Otherwise, they will be punished. Yeah.
punished, and also killed.
Yeah. So that's, for me, it's important to make the difference between the good ones and the bad ones,
Okay.
so to say. And yeah, this is just our theory of how it could have been because to these traditions, you know. And this is something what I find so fantastic in your and Eric's book. I don't know any author which has so many sources and quotes and footnotes, and you have about 300 footnotes now.
More than 300.
More than 300.
footnotes.
So this is really scientific. So the people who are really interested, they can go and search for more, for deeper information.
Oh, yes,
And
because the topic needs to be considered scientific. Also, if we are speaking about hypothesis, because we don't have evidence,
the final proof, yeah.
final proof,
Yeah.
but we can. We have to be more scientific as we can.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm sure of that. And we have no proof, but we have no proof. For example, of the death of the Caesar, emperor, Roman emperor. We have no proof.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
have only written documents.
Exactly, yeah.
And so we believe in these documents, and so I say we need to pretend that also the other ancient authors narrated the possible truth,
Yeah, exactly.
what they witnessed.
Yeah, and the indications, so to say, they get more and more that it's not a religious thing, but a really extraterrestrial thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't be afraid to talk about extraterrestrial. Also, if this argument in many nations is taboo,
Yeah.
and for example in Italy, but this is weird, strange, because in Italy we are Catholic, and the Catholic believes in aliens. Because the God of the Catholic is an alien, because he's not human. It has a nature different from the human nature. He is not of this earth. He is in the heaven. He is more powerful. He can rule over the laws of the nature. So he's not human. And if he's not human, he is an alien.
Here we go.
It's logic.
It's logic. Perfect.
The angels, the angels are not human, are of a nature different from that of the humankind. The demons, the same. We think that the angels are good, benevolent with the humankind, and the demons instead are bad. And so remind me what you said before. There are the teachers and the colonizers, the goods and the bad one, and the bad ones. But I think that the Catholic could believe in the existence of aliens because they already believe in aliens without doubt, without doubt.
Yeah, but they don't want to hear this because they are in their religion mindset. So they probably don't want to wake up from there
No, absolutely,
at the moment.
absolutely, absolutely.
But these are little baby steps toward the truth, you know. And yeah, I'm so happy that what Eric said since 60 years, that was his theory, and he was attacked and accused and stuff and crashed down. But he always keep on this idea that these were not gods. And now you come and you can prove it by literal texts without any translations, without any religion back mind or something.
Yes,
yeah,
but
mindset.
I agree with Eric when he says that the zeitgeist, the spirit of time, is changing.
Absolutely.
So the people are, in my opinion, ready to accept the idea of aliens because the sighting are millions.
Now, in the meantime, time has changed. Yeah.
For example, in Central and South America, the sighting are continuous. I would think every day.
Absolutely, yes. You know, we have had a book in the office from two American journalists, and they have collected over 10 years every official UFO registration. When somebody saw something and went to a police station and put on record what they have seen. So they have collected 10 million of such cases in the last 10 years.
Million.
And they think, they collected 1 million cases, and they think that they only have only 10%.
Okay.
Because a lot of
Understood.
people do not go when they see something, or they do not report it. So this is incredible. United States for 10 years, so that must be 10 million sightings, you know, actually. And in South America, the people are different, have a different mindset. They have even national departments who are collecting information about UAPs and UFO stuff. So the Latin Americans, they are completely more open to that topic because everybody knows somebody who has seen something, or on his own or with his family. So for them it's pretty normal. But for us Europeans, we do really hard to accept that there is something bigger than us. So it has to do something with your ego, or with the ego of the people, that if there is something which is higher than us, we are not the greatest anymore.
Oh no.
We are not the crown of
Absolutely.
creation anymore.
Absolutely.
Not the end of evolution.
We are not
top
on
of
the top
evolution.
of creation.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But this is an ego problem which a lot of people still have today.
We are one species between maybe million of species that populate and inhabit the universe.
Absolutely. That's otherwise it would be wasted place. You
Oh,
know?
yes,
wasted
yes.
room. If we
But
would
there
be
are
there.
there are many rabbis who say that the creation of many
Worlds?
many worlds of many group of beings in the universe is a part of the God's possibility. And so it would be absurd if God created only us.
Exactly. Yeah.
It would be absolutely absurd because the universe is greatest, we don't know
How big it really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
and so we it's reasonable to assume that we are not alone.
Never ever. I bet.
Okay.
So Mauro, it was a pleasure to have you here with your wonderful wife Elisabetta, and I think we have much more to say
Oh yes.
and to research.
And to research.
Yeah. Thank you very
We have
much.
to continue. You have to continue the work of Eric, and I have to continue my work about the translation of ancient text.
And together it will be bigger than we can ever imagine.
Yes, because our works reached the same conclusions, and that
From
is
different
very
angles.
from this different channel, and that is very very important.
Thank you very much. You have
Thank
been
you
here.
to you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Very soon.
To the next time.